Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So after Brussels, our next destination is, you guess it, Paris. So I've always been fascinated by the city of Paris, you know, hear about all about the Eiffel Towers, about the Louvre Museum. Also at the same time heard mixed review about the city, how that people say that it's dirty, that people are rude. So I was kind of like wasn't sure what to expect when to come to the city. But when I actually got there, like oh my god, like it is just beautiful. So here we are just having some picnic with some of the cold cuts and cheeses and bread that we got from the grocery store. Um, and can I just say, like, I didn't realize how cheap the wines are. I mean, I know wines are cheap because it's made there, but like, like 3, 4 euro for a nice bottle of wine, really? Like just for that reason alone, I can definitely see myself moving to Europe. Except I don't speak French. And here behind me is the really sad Notre Dame that was being burned down and is now going through like a reconstruction. And I think it's going to take many years for it to return to its form of glory. So here are just more snippets of the city. Didn't really have a lot of plans when I go visit like a city. Like usually what I do is like on the way there, I'll start like googling like what's to do in Paris, or what to eat, and then I'll start looking on like Google Maps and see which places have like the most number of reviews, and I just kind of like wing it like that, and so far it's been looking great. Like I think for me travel is not about like ticking all the boxes, but it's more so just to immerse in the local culture and see what the locals do. I mean, me saying that, and here I am at the Colosseum and all these like touristy spot. But hey, you still have to do it, right? So here we are going to the Louvre Museum. I mean, just look at the train station. Even in the train station, they have like some sculpture. That's just how elaborate they are. So these are more snippet of the Louvre Museum. So I think it's apparently built on some old palace. To be honest, I didn't really read into the history. I was just amazed by this whole architecture in Paris. Like everywhere you go, everywhere you see, it's just breathtaking. Like, I mean, just look at the sheer size of everything, and that's just the famous Louvre pyramid in the middle. So one tip to get into the Louvre is like just get there super early in the morning. Here is when we there. I think like 9 or 10, but yeah, it's really fully packed, and it got busier and busier throughout the day. So yeah, get there early and so you can see as much as you can. My suggestion is always to start with the one that the most famous one, like the Mona Lisa, and a couple other like famous sculpture. Like if you want to just take it off your boxes, because those get really packed as you get closer to it. Like yeah. So here's the famous Mona Lisa. Like as everyone like would have guessed, it's really tiny when you actually get there. Love Museum in general is just really impressive. Like the amount of like artifact, the sculptures, the painting. Like honestly, it was just too much to see it all in one day, but we decided to just call it a day because I think both got a bit of like sensory overload. After that, we decided to explore the city a little bit, and we ended up at Montmartre, which has to be one of my favorite part of Paris. We decided to have some lunch and just sit there and people watch for a little bit, and then we stumbled across the town square in the middle of the Montmartre, I guess like town center. It is so picturesque, it's like you stepping into like a movie scene. Like there are artists painting, there are people playing music, there's wine, there's cheese, there's grapes. Like it's just so romantic. Like yeah, I am not like a big art fan, but when I'm there, I was just like, wow, this is amazing. And I can really see why people fall in love with Paris. So after lunch, we explored a little bit of Montmartre. We went to one of the church on top of the hill, which again is just as impressive as any other buildings that we have stepped into in Paris. And then after that, we decided to get some French wine, go back to the town square, and just people watch a little bit more. And of course, some creme brulee. I think in general, Paris for me is a very hilly city. It it is just like quintessential Europe to me. Like it has everything I love about Europe, like the bakery, the wine, and the fashion and the architecture. Like it's just yeah. Oh, by the way, this is the Moulin Rouge. This might surprise you, but my favorite coffee place is actually from Carrefour, like the local supermarket. And they have this like coffee dispenser machine that I think is like one euro or €2, and it's probably like one of the best coffee I had in Europe. Surprisingly, like a lot of the coffees in Europe can taste quite bland. I think because I'm so used to the Melbourne style coffee, like everything else tastes quite like weak. But yeah, that Carrefour coffee is just mwah, chef kiss. So this is us exploring some of the local markets and local dog, local Frenchie. I think it's a Frenchie. I don't know what it is, but it's so cute. Yeah, and I think this is the third or fourth day in Paris. I can't remember now. Like every day just kind of like blend into one. But yeah, just as impressive and amazing as usual. Would I go back to Paris? Yes, definitely, without a doubt. And where would I want to go next time in France? I probably won't do Paris again because it is actually really expensive compared to other parts of like Europe, which I will like show more in my next videos. Like there are like other French town like Lyon, for example, is really cool, and it has everything that you like about France, but it's just a lot cheaper. But I think if you've never been to Paris or like France before, you have to go to Paris at least once in your life, and then you can decide for yourself where you want to go next. But it is so beautiful, it is so expensive, but it is so worth it. And here we are in front of the Eiffel Tower. Before we end the night, we decided to get some crepes. This one was soaked in alcohol. It is more for the show, really. I think normal crepe would just do. And then here's a more shoot of the Eiffel Tower at night time. Yeah, it is very beautiful. It is very romantic. I think they recently built like some sort of like scaffolding in front of it, so you couldn't get like a full view of the Eiffel Tower from the viewpoint that we are currently standing at. But it is still very impressive to look at. And I think this is the final day that we're in Paris, so decided to do some more Parisian breakfast, which is just like orange juice, coffee and a baguette, and then we're off to our next destination. And here we are with some of our souvenir for the road. Thanks for watching. Bye.